Alright, gonna do a video here on my breaking I'm doing today. Breaking up the land, turning it over. This is the beginning of 2020, the year of the coronavirus. It ain't gonna stop us. But anyway, we're out here. We put out 10 tons of barnyard. I hired that done. I got manure delivered to me from a local dairy. They have to find a way to get rid of it. So I told them, hey, if you got 3,200 extra tons laying around on your dairy, you need somewhere to go, just come pile it on me. So they did, and I had to pay some spreading on it, but we got it spread 10 tons to the acre, and I had 850 acres spread, and this is the last field that I like. It's a 320 acre field. I've broke all the others this year. This is a brand new John Deere 995 6 bottom 618s. So it's cutting out 9 foot, and I got a Sam Stevens gooseneck breaker plow packer, or roller, or whatever you want to call it. Some people call it. A lot of people don't run them. A lot of people don't run breaker plows anymore. They believed in no-till and stuff, and no-till works in certain part of the countries, but it does not work here. We don't get the winter freezing that up north gets, so the ground don't kind of break up itself when it's wet and freezing, crack and fracture. We've got to plow our land, and I like to turn it over. A lot of people around here don't even do this. They just run a little old hammy or little old chisel plow with some sweeps on it, and they sweep it and they call it good. It looks good to the baker, and they wonder why sometimes they don't make a good crop, and sometimes it's just our weather. But you got to prepare for a flash flood around here, because you never know when you're going to get your rain. You might get it in 2 different rains, and you dang sure don't want any to run off, and you want it to penetrate the ground. I like to break every 5 years. A lot of people don't, but I like to break every 5 years. It renews the land. It turns over what phosphates and other kind of stuff is up on the top of the soil, which we put 10 tons of barnyard on top of ours in addition to what was there, and it puts it down into the root zone and flips it under, and brings up a little clay if we can find it here, and then that clay mixed with the soil then makes a good crop conditions for our ceiling hay grazer. I really like a switch plow. Switch plows turn it completely over, or just damn near completely over, whereas some moldboards just kind of lean it. You can go a little deeper with a switch plow, and you don't have the rollover, all the mechanisms and the triggers and the rollovers, that the rollovers do. This is an on-land plow, so I'm out of the furrow, and I'm on flat ground. I can run my duals. One of my duals right now is kind of 3/4 of the way hanging off, but I'm set on 40s on this tractor, so that's what I like to do in hay. I don't, the narrow wheelbase, it runs over the hay when you're doing hay, and that's what I do. I do all hay, so I like to get a wide, and that's what we always were, and row crop was 40s, so that's what I always tend to stay with. But no, this switch plow is awesome. I really do like it. It's got the big gauge wheels up front, the tail wheel in the back, really does a flat, clean job. The moldboards are, the old rollover plows are getting hard to find the shares anymore, and you know, everybody's going to switch plow. So, and I went switch plow a few years ago. I bought a Namco out of Lubbock, Texas, and I pulled it over 320 acres, and that plow was great plow. It's a 6-bottom, but it was too heavy for this tractor. It was just, I mean, the frame width was just heavy. It's all I could do to lift it up. And this is an 8420 John Deere, and it just had a lot of trouble in the sand. It needs a bigger tractor, and so I switched it for this 995 this year, and I traded out a Hurst equipment there out of Lubbock, and you know, they know what the Namco plow is there. A lot of people know what the Namco plow is there, and so it was a good way to trade it in, good place to trade it in. They did me a good job, and they had this brand new 995. Now this 995 had been leased out, and it broke about 200 acres. So they threw in some new points, and said, "Here you are," and I bought it, and here I go. And I'm the proud owner, and it switches excellent. The packer works good. It doesn't raise up high enough going down the highway on the little wheels there. I'm gonna have to make another hole to make it go up high enough. It just, those wheels almost tip the ground all the time, and you don't want to do that. I like it a little higher than that, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm on mile rows. It takes forever to, I think it's on like 13-minute rounds, but you know, I really like it. It's kind of boring, you might think, but you really can rack up some acres on mile rows. You know, mile rows is just a way to, you know, you don't waste all your time turning around, and you just sit and go back and forth. But see if I can turn around with having y'all. I might even reverse the camera. I don't think I can, but try to show you it switching. Sitting back, boy, it's really narrower than the tractor, so it's kind of tough. You sure don't go over very many acres a day. About 50. If I really work at it, I can get 50 acres a day, but it's 40 to 50 is where I usually try to get every day. This ground here, I got it several years ago, and I broke it out of CRP. I've been in love grass for 20 years, and I broke it out of CRP, and I put 10 tons of barnyard on it and just ripped it in, and it did good. We had a drought a couple years, and you know, we didn't raise much of a crop on it, but after that, man, it just started yielding like crazy. Before that, the last crop that was really raised here worth a darn was broom corn back in the 70s. Since then, it was just so sandy, nobody could ever get it stuck to the ground, and I've made a crop on it every year. One year we made 2 crops in 1 year of hay grazer. I've always planted hay grazer on it, and I planted it to wheat 1 year in the drought, but that was just to kind of try to survive a drought. But it didn't work. I'm not a wheat farmer, but I dang sure can raise the hay grazer. You know, I've raised, I think the last year it made 1,000 bales here, round bales, and you know, on a half section, which that was a decent year. I've had it make, you know, 1,400 big squares on a half section, and you know, that's really right. You know, getting it out. But we've cut silage on it 1 year, 8.5 tons the acre of silage on hay grazer. Then you know, got some good rains, and then it come back and we cut almost 3 ton hay grazer off of it dry. So that one year it was just an exceptional year, and I don't think we'll ever get it again. But no, it's just you know, I like farming this field, and you know, and I like farming sand. You know, and sand's real hard to get stuck, but once you get it stuck, it'll produce, you know, and it'll survive during a drought more than a hardland will. And I've got hardland too, or harder land, not as hard as you guys up in the north, but I have some good clay land, and we've got some sand with a clay bottom, so it's kind of like a container, and it'll you can get that ground loosened up. It'll store that moisture, and then you can survive a rain a lot. In between rains a lot. But anyway, that's my review on a 995 and a little bit on braking. I really do. I'm full till, but I do like to manage my stubble farm too. In between, I rip a lot. I stubble mulch a lot with a big blade plow, and I don't like it to erode, but maybe I can hold it this year. It's it's the middle of May, March, and we got some wind coming, but maybe we'll skip a little wind this year, and this will hold a pretty good wind, but we'll get it to blowing. I guarantee it. It's just what it is, but we'll get her stuck too, because this is a good farm. So adios, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and hey, if you like it, hit that subscribe button. So thank you.